Dark Souls is known as one of the most difficult and challenging games of all time. The game's mechanics and design force the player to overcome obstacles and challenges in order to progress. However, it is not just the difficulty of the game that makes it a compelling game experience. Somehow, the player gets the feeling that Dark Souls is different from all other games in some special way. The game releases the feeling of nostalgia in early 2000s level designs, and yet we feel a special connection to the game, to the main character, and to fight through this near impossible challenge. But why is this? Is there a deeper meaning behind Dark Souls? At its core, Dark Souls is a game about perseverance and overcoming adversity. The game is set in the fictional place of Lordran, an ancient kingdom in a world that was born from fire. Over time, the fire is faded, and it's the player's mission to rekindle the flame to save the world. Using the souls from the ancient lords, which the player must defeat in epic and cinematic boss battles, the player takes on the role of a common undead, and being cursed with the dark sign, doomed to rise from the dead again and again. As the player is rotting away as a hollow undead, an adventurer spots us and claims that we are the chosen one to save Lordran. With this motivation and the goal of seeking a cure for our affliction, we set out the legendary adventure facing hundreds of undead enemies, people that have gone hollow and losing their personality in despair, and defeating the ancient lords to rekindle the flame. The gameplay and other aspects of the game reveal the deeper meaning. The game's death mechanic, where the player loses all accumulated experience after every death, must retrieve it from where they died, represents the setbacks and failures we experience in real life. Just as in Dark Souls, we must pick ourselves up and try again, learning from our mistakes and growing stronger in the process. The bonfires, where the player responds and restores health, represents the support systems we have in life. Whether it be friends, family, or other forms of support, these help us to rest up and recharge before facing our next battle. According to a 2011 Game Over review, Dark Souls is unforgiving, frustrating, and it won't hesitate to punish you severely for making even the smallest mistake. The game is notorious for its difficulty, but it's not impossible to overcome. The player must take the time to develop their skills, and this mirrors the challenges we face in life, where success also comes not from raw talent or luck, but from hard work and dedication. The social context of this game is very important. The social context explains how Dark Souls is remembered, its deeper meaning perceived, and how it will be remembered by so many people. For over a decade, Dark Souls has an influence on thousands of people, from memories of playing the game at a younger age, to analyzing the lore and story behind the game people from all over the world had played. So many people can relate to Dark Souls because it's the theme of depression as well. As mentioned in the 2018 article by Callie Plague, it's easy to see the similarities of mental illness and dementia within the undead curse. I think it brings about real fear that we all have and struggle with, the thought of slowly losing ourselves, not being the person we once were, and effectively going hollow. In the game, many characters struggle with their curse and returning from the dead time after time. Players who understand this feeling of despair and isolation in their real lives tend to heavily relate with the game, and find that the social context goes much deeper than what meets the eye. In conclusion, Dark Souls represents much more than just a difficult and challenging game. It is a powerful metaphor for the challenges we all face in life, and the need for perseverance, resilience, adaptability, patience, and sacrifice, learning from our mistakes to overcome them. While Dark Souls may be just a video game, its lessons and insights can be applied to many areas of our life and help us grow. What seem like impossible tasks, learning from our mistakes, getting support, and depression are all themes that are hinted at throughout the entire game. The game's mechanic, along with its combat system and support systems, all provide valuable lessons that can be applied to real life. While Dark Souls may be a difficult and challenging game, it is also a deeply meaningful and rewarding experience that can help us grow and learn as individuals.